You're waking up tired, but not the kind of tired sleep fixes. It's that soul-deep fatigue, the kind that makes brushing your teeth feel like a chore. You're functional, you're responsive, you're present, but behind your eyes, you're already gone. This isn't just stress, this isn't just a bad week, it's a quiet unraveling, and it has a name. Burnout. Most people think burnout is crashing, breaking down, but the truth? You don't crash. You erode, silently, daily, until there's nothing left but the mask you wear to survive. So if something in you already knows you're not okay, don't look away, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to expose the hidden signal, the one feeling most people ignore, that tells you burnout is already creeping in. And if you can name it, you can stop it. So what is it? It's not sadness, not anger, not even anxiety. It's something far more subtle. Something we've all felt, but never thought to name. Dread. That whisper in your chest before your feet hit the floor. That flicker in your gut when you see your calendar. The sigh when your phone lights up again. That tiny thought, I don't want to do this today. You tell yourself it's laziness. You say you just need coffee. You think this is adulthood. But that feeling, that low hum of dread, that's not weakness. That's the first flicker of your soul, catching fire. The danger is it doesn't scream. It waits, it blends in, and the more you ignore it, the more it builds. Dread becomes resistance. Resistance becomes numbness, and numbness becomes you. Carl Jung once said, what you resist not only persists, but grows in size. And that's the trap. You normalize dread. You wear it like a second skin. Until one day you forget there was ever a time you didn't feel this way. And the worst part, you still function. You show up, you answer emails, you hit deadlines, you smile in meetings. Everyone thinks you're fine. Maybe you think you're fine, but deep down you're not living, you're bracing. Because dread is a liar. It borrows the mask of routine and it tells you, this is just life. Everyone feels like this. Number, what you're feeling is emotional debt, Sue. You're spending energy you don't have, and your nervous system knows it, even if your mind hasn't caught up. That's why you fantasize about quitting, why you stare at the ceiling instead of sleeping, why weekends don't feel like rest. You're not lazy, you're running on fumes. And here's where it gets cruel. When you push through, you get praised. You're so dependable, so strong, so productive. That praise becomes your fuel, so you do it again and again, until it no longer fuels you, it just burns you. This is the impact. Burnout loop. You resist, you push, you get rewarded, so you resist harder. But eventually, the rewards stop landing. The pride turns into apathy. The strength becomes a burden. You're not feeling accomplished anymore, you're just surviving. So how do you know if burnout has already taken over? Here are the 3 signs most people miss. Sign 1. Nothing excites you anymore. Your hobbies, your passions, gone. You're not tired. You're emotionally anesthetized. You scroll not for joy, but for distraction. You exist in a haze, a soft numbness you can't shake. Sign 2. You've started isolating, not because you dislike people, but because connection feels like work. Hanging out becomes another task, another performance. So you pull back, quietly, and nobody notices because you're so good at pretending. Sign 3. You fantasize about escape, quitting, disappearing, starting over somewhere no one knows your name. Not in a whimsical way, in a desperate way. It's not about adventure, it's about silence, about the dream of not having to feel this every day. So what now? Do you burn it all down? Quit your job? Walk away? Not yet. There's another way. The first step is not escape. It's boundaries, not the ones you announce, the ones you enforce silently. Burnout doesn't begin with your calendar. It begins with your inability to say no. And if you want your energy back, you need to reclaim every moment you've been giving away. Start small. One meeting, one favor, one phone call. Say no. Gently, without a paragraph of justification. Because every time you say yes to something that drains you, you say no to something that could restore you. Boundaries aren't about pushing people away. They're about pulling yourself back. Every no is a yes to peace, a yes to clarity, a yes to your own survival. But what if you can't say no? What if your job, your family, your responsibilities feel too heavy to shift? Then you need to build what I call micro-sanctuaries. These are small, sacred spaces that exist within your day, not on vacation, not someday. Today, 5 minutes in the morning, a walk without your phone, breathing with your hand on your chest, sitting in your car before going inside. These moments, they're not about time, they're about choice. And what you choose, you reclaim, because burnout feeds on helplessness. But choice is how you fight back. Now let's go deeper, because there's something almost no one talks about. The shadow side of burnout. What if a part of you needs it? What if a part of you needs it? What if burnout is the only way you've learned to feel worthy? If you're constantly giving, you're seen as good, strong, reliable. And maybe that's the only way you've ever felt loved. There's a dark comfort in burnout because it proves something, that you're trying, that you care, that you're not giving up. But at what cost? You don't have to collapse to earn rest. You don't have to destroy yourself to deserve peace. The belief that the suffering equals value. That's the real virus. Burnout, that's just the symptom. So what's the path out? It's not dramatic, it's daily. Here's your 3-step daily reset. Step 1, name it. Every morning ask, what do I feel when I think about today? Don't analyze, just name it. Dread, hope, anger, numbness. Naming turns chaos into clarity. Step 2, reclaim one choice. Choose anything, your clothes, your food, when to log off. One act of power a day breaks the loop of powerlessness. Step 3, protect one boundary. Say no to one thing, one demand, one obligation that oversteps. Not to be harsh, to be honest, with your limits. One boundary a day keeps the burnout away. Because burnout doesn't happen overnight. It's 1,000 tiny abandonments, and healing is 1,000 tiny returns to yourself. If this spoke to you, drop this in the comments. I choose myself. Not just to be seen, but to remind yourself. This life belongs to you, and don't stop here. The next video will take you even deeper into the psychology of exhaustion, identity, and liberation. Watch it now, because your healing is just getting started.